Hey, what's up, homies? This is your girl, Ty, with another laundry load of the week. In today's laundry, I want to discuss trusting your progress. And it's imperative for me to share with y'all who may be dealing with or have dealt with things like conditions like anxiety and ADHD and OCD, right? And the anxiety that I'm talking about is the anxiety when things are going good, but it's like it's kind of hard to kind of tell if it's going to be like this for a long time, or you got something good and you want to flip it, right? So you talk about stuff like that. Like it just, you can feel it creeping up, especially if you've been working on yourself. And I have to say that, right? Now you don't want to feel like something's off. What you want to feel is that you know there's a possibility that we can create our reality to look for something to be wrong. Now, to be honest, it's crazy how the feeling can be, First time around, before I used to expect doubt and fear to rise, right? After going through the fire, so to speak, I used to expect things to happen. Nowadays, there's no expectation, right? There's no fear, right? There's no feeling of expectation or no need to have any fear. You just know. So I want to ask, so what was it? Anxiety and fear? Well, I would say it would be both. The anxiety was like that wall. And the wall hard on the exterior. You knock on it, it's solid. You knock on it, it's solid. Right? But you gotta keep chipping at it. Keep chipping at it. And boom, some pieces are falling off. That wall, that barrier, pieces are falling off. Keep chipping at it. And they're falling off. How you doing? The more you chip at it, you start to see that there was nothing more than the fluffy, but not more than fluffy, soft interior. I feel good about that. A lot of people got a lot of. We all have some mental moments and stuff like that, but to be honest, on my part, anxiety would play the boat. Y'all check out Jared Talk. Y'all check him out. JARRETT Talks. I've been on his show on the 11th. It was a good show. I need to learn how to share some stuff, but all in all, it was a good, show or whatever. We talked, and I mentioned I dealt with anxiety because high anxiety ran in our family. We're going to be anxious for literally nothing. And that's a mental disability. That's a mental health condition where I have to admit that if I didn't know about it, I would have seen that there was something in the bottom. I wouldn't have seen that something was in the bottom. No. So yeah, I'm looking at it in a different way. But yeah, as we go along, and you know, we looking at it, we thinking that it would be impossible to break, and really it wasn't, because even in that word alone, impossible, that's actually an imaginary wall. I'm waiting until the plane come out. It's like the second plane that came by. But it being impossible, the possible is like an imaginary wall that was breaking nuts. Because we like to say that words are spells. So when we have the anxiety, or even claim it, then we are already solidifying that wall, even to the point where the hard surface is getting a little thicker. You know, that's because we never seen nobody in our group, in our everyday, or we haven't seen nobody we know actually did something like this before. That's where the unknown is. The word unknown is a wall too. That you have to break because it's the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen, so it's that wall. And the reason why I'm bringing it up, because that's a wall that and I got tired. Sometimes the anxiety, you get even tired of your own self. You be like, what the hell? What am I anxious for? What am I anxious about? And yeah, it's crazy. You know? Look at it and you're like, dang, what am I anxious about? What am I anxious for? So yeah, the unknown is a wall. You know? And then your anxiety builds up to anticipation. So we anticipating a moment where we couldn't just sit and chill with mind our damn business. Just chill and chill and go with a vibe. That's anxiety. And like I said, you dealt with things that came about a short period of time, for a span of time, then you start to realize, like, okay, there's some movements I gotta make. Okay? And that's what we do. That's what ends up happening. But it's like, now where we going? Now where we going? You know? An anxiety person, we want the script laid out for us, blueprint, everything. We want the script. We want everything. We want it to be laid out for us, so we know what our next move is. Anxiety goes up with anticipation. Like it would be like, you turn here, you turn there. So it's crazy, right? It's crazy. But I come to find out too about anxiety. Anxiety blocks the intuition that we need. You can't sit your ass still. Anxiety blocks that. Like straight up. I don't lie. Anxiety blocks intuition. It blocks that moment where it's cool, go ahead. It's cool, go ahead. It blocks it. Straight blocks it. And we be doing so much that we're not listening to our higher self. So when I say anxiety, I'm talking about everything that has something to do with just moving around, not sitting still, not enjoying, smelling the roses, not just enjoying the vibe. Always gotta be here, always gotta be there, gotta put yourself in this one and put yourself in that one. It's okay. To actually sit still was difficult for me. I felt like if I just move around and just move, I'd be good. I'm doing something. I'm doing good. It don't work like that. You don't have to do a lot. My golly gee. And have to do a lot. And the crazy thing about it too, the only time I was able to sit still is when I was watching other people do anything. Imagine that. The only time I sit in still is when I was watching somebody else. That's crazy. You know? The only time I had to sit still, my favorite YouTuber coming. What kind of shit that is? It's crazy because the only time I was able to sit down or settle down was when somebody else was doing something. But when it's time to put my stuff together, I'm doing something else other than what I needed to be doing or what I was set, what my goal was. Like, crazy. That, as a child, be able to settle down when I was watching Saturday morning cartoons and I had a bowl on my lap, eating cereal. Yeah, I was focused then. Yeah. Back in the day, I was focused on them cartoons now. Now I'll be focused 40% of the time on my own stuff. You know, growing up a cartoon baby, I was looking for that kind of stimulation. 90%. What happened to 50-50? What happened to the 60% for what I want to do? To 40% everyone else. Damn it. Them Looney Tunes wasn't helping. But all in all, breaking through the wall of anxiety and fear, it does not happen overnight. Like I say, you gotta chip at it. What you wanna do? Get tired of it. What you wanna do? You're getting tired of it. Chip at it. Fear and unknown, all that, it comes with the process. It does. Been through that gap. Let's get to the whole bigger. Let's get the whole bigger. Take your time though. I know. You're already thinking about what you want to do tomorrow. You already want something else to do. Getting tired. And guess what? You don't have to rush. You can finish. Just finish. And if you don't feel like that or gone of that time for you, reach out to someone. I reach out to people. I offered help or myself. I also appreciate other people's help as well. When they help me, I appreciate everyone's thoughts on a certain same subject. So that was cool. That was dope. And I'm proud of myself. And I'll keep going. And on and on and on. There's some techniques that you can use. That you can use that helps with anxiety and panic attacks and stuff like that. Like really like heart beating, like crazy stuff. Like there's some ways you can do. Some of my techniques is taking a deep breath. So I'd be like, I'm saying, it feels good. Take a deep breath. Everything's good. And like I told y'all, when I'm doing this, I'm actually telling myself, I'm actually really vibing high. No anxiety. No fuss, no muss. It's bright today. You know what that means, y'all. But yeah. When I get there, when I feel that rising in me, I just start taking a deep breath. Because like I said, you're not alone. A lot of people out here, just so many people out here. A lot of people dealing with a lot of stuff. People sitting there don't know how to really work with their bodies. And I understand it's a challenge to know yourself, know your surroundings, know your environment, know who you are as a person. Because yeah. Alright, homies, it was another good load of the week. Once again, y'all, I want y'all to have a good rest of the week. And peace. And love.